is the difference between a business and a brand? My clients ask me this almost all the time. But more importantly, why they ask me is, why does it matter? It matters because business and brand are different concepts. They are like different entities, but they work together because you cannot have a good, profitable business without a brand. And if you don't have a good business model and operations in place, you don't have a good long-lasting brand as well. It's going to fizzle and die. So you need both, and you need to understand how they work differently and yet together to make your company, a long-lasting, successful one. Hi, everyone. My name is Poulomi, and I help you create brand stories and messaging that drive your business growth. In this video, we will break down the difference between a business and a brand and why understanding that difference and appreciating it is crucial to your long-term success because they actually work together. So let's get started on that. But before you do, hit that subscribe button so you will be notified of so many videos I create on branding, website design, SEO, brand design, and so many other good stuff. So yeah, subscribe and let's get started. Now let's talk about the differences, the fundamental differences between a business and a brand. A business is all about the practical aspects, the products, the services, the pricing, the operations, the transactions. That is what makes business the smooth machinery. The brand, now that's the deeper stuff. That's what makes you different from your competition. That is what your mission is, what your values are, what you believe in, what is your guiding purpose. That is everything that makes you different from your business, and that is what defines you. Your brand is something that people think about when they see your name or your logo. They don't think about the business part, they think about your brand. Objectives. What is the objective of a business? To make money, right? To reduce cost, to increase your profits, to sell more stuff, to maybe automate your processes, again, to make, to reduce your costs. That is all the business objective. The brand objectives, on the other hand, is much more long-term. It's about building relationships. It's about engaging your audience. It's about gaining their trust and maintaining their trust. It's about connecting with them. It's about solving their problems. So the objective of a brand is to build brand love, which means it is that one thing that will help people, will turn your audience into your customers, and your customers into your fans, into your brand loyalists who will recommend you, who will refer you, who will stand by you. That is what often makes a distinction when you buy product, when you buy something, right? Maybe you have two businesses who are selling the exact same thing and the price point is similar, but maybe one brand gives you a better experience, or you trust one brand more, the brand engages with you better. And that often is the difference, is that deciding factor for the customer or the audience to say, which one am I going to buy? So a brand has to think very long term, like 15 years into the future. Business is thinking more in the next 5 years. Of course, there is a long-term strategy, but also what do I do in the next 5 years to make my business more profitable? So that is the biggest difference between the objectives of business and a brand. Now we talk about one very, very important aspect, which is understanding the audience and serving their needs. Now, a business, of course, understands, what the products and services that are needed in the market are needed by their audience, and they create those products and services. A brand goes a bit deeper to help the audience to understand their pain points and to serve them emotionally. So it gives an emotional benefit versus a functional benefit that the business gives. Let me give you an example with a story. When I first moved to Netherlands, I, of course, like every time when you move to a new place, you get an internet connection. So I signed up for a Wi-Fi connection. But I had to deliver an important project for a client, and my Wi-Fi was not working. It was not up yet. So I contacted the customer service on my phone and I said, hey, it's not working. And they said, well, give it a little bit more time to get it up and running. And I said, well, I don't have time. Can you make it faster for me? And they said, well, no, it takes the time it takes because it depends on cables and all that technical stuff. But, why do you need it so urgently? Can you wait till tomorrow? And I said, no, I have a project to deliver. I have a deadline and I need to do it by today. So then they went above and beyond to understand my emotion, my pain point and help me by giving me extra data for a couple of days on my phone. So they added like 10 GB more data, so I could use that as my hotspot and it would not run out and it would last for the work I needed. And they asked me, hey, is 10 GB enough or do you need 20 GB? So then I said, okay, let me try with 10 GB. Otherwise, I get back to you with 20. So they're like, sure, if you need more, we give you more, finish your project and good luck. And that is a brand. As a business, of course, they were giving me Wi-Fi connection. They have a product. I need the product. Okay. But this, they did not have to do, but they do it because they want to help the audience. And that is what I mean by understanding the pain point and, the emotional benefit that someone is looking for, fast, smooth, reliable internet connection, and going that one step beyond. Now that we know the basic differences between a brand and a business, let's look at how you make a good business or a good brand. What are the tools and strategies? For a good business to run, you need a good business strategy, a good pricing strategy, great products, sales and promotions. These are all what makes your numbers go up. This is all what drives your business in terms of numbers. But in terms of brand, you have to think about, if you want to make a good brand, then what is your customer's pain point and how can you talk to them in, language that is that resonates with them? How can you communicate better? How can you really understand where the problem is and, catch them at that time and solve the problem for them? Is it, if they're looking for answers on Google, then are you going to create a lot of high quality content that is going to help them? If they are looking for answers in the store, are you going to help them over there? It's all about, for a brand to work, it all needs to be on the concept of to serve. How can I help? And business is, now that you like me, how will you buy my products, right? So that is a core strategy that you think about and the tools that you think about when you create a business versus a brand. Now we talk about messaging and storytelling. The kind of messages you create for your business, it's more about the products, the services, the features, the benefits it offers, what the price point is. So everything factual. It connects to people on a very factual basis. The messaging that you create for your brand, on the other hand, is very different. It is about what you stand for, what you believe, and it's more story-led. It's more about values. It's the softer stuff. And a lot of brand content is also educational or entertainment content that you give your audience, even though they're not going to buy from that. So, for example, when you write blogs and you write high quality content, it shows your depth of expertise on a topic. It shows that your brand has topical authority on that specific subject. Then you provide videos, you provide information, and also, as we say, infotainment. So, information that's packaged in an entertainment sort of way. That is all that helps people understand what you stand for, what your proposition is, what your value proposition is, and helps them connect with them on an emotional level. It helps solve their problems. It helps, gives them value. Your business messaging helps to encourage them to buy. It's more about the product or sales copywriting. Brand messaging is about, as I said, the softer stuff, about the brand core, brand DNA, and also about the content. The sole purpose of business is to help people to take a decision to buy. The purpose of brand messaging is to help people recognize your brand, remember your brand, and connect with your brand. Now we're going to talk about an aspect which is extremely important, but often the differences in them is not very clearly understood. And that is the customer interaction and experience. Now, when it comes to the business part of the customer interaction, which is making a purchase, which is buying a second purchase, then the process has to be easy, smooth, fast, convenient, stress-free. It should go very, very easy and quick. When it comes to the brand interaction, when we say, hey, stop, engage with us, spend time with us, read our content, look at our videos, let us help you in the store, check out information on what kind of products you should buy, let us help solve your problem. So the whole interaction with the brand, that is the most important thing, because that is what happens before the purchase. And that part is where you really need to spend time engaging your customer or your audience and turning them to customers. So this experience should make them feel, hey, this is a good brand. This brand tries to help. It is not trying to scam me and take my money. It is genuinely trying to offer something, a product or service that is going to help me. That is the experience with the brand. And the business part is quick. Once I've made the decision to buy, then when I go to the business interaction, it should be easy. If I buy, then the email should be in my inbox. I should be able to make adjustments. I should be able to go to my account. That process should be very, very hassle-free as well. And they both work together. These two customer interactions, they work very well together to ladder up to an overall holistic experience with your company. But they work in very different ways. Now we look at one more concept and point of difference between a business and a brand, which is a little bit contradictory, even though they work together. So that is consistency and adaptable. A business needs to be adaptable and agile. It needs to, adapt to new technologies, new markets, new trends, and, it needs to be able to change its business model or operations as well. I'll give you an example. When IKEA entered India, they could not continue their DIY model completely because in India, nobody builds up their own furniture. They usually buy furniture from a proper store and the store people deliver the furniture and they send someone to build it up as well. DIY is not a very popular concept in India. You always get people to help you. So when IKEA entered India, they started with not DIY, but also offering the service at a very low cost to go and build it up for you as well. Uber and Amazon, when they entered India, they started cash on delivery or cash on completion of the ride, which was not popular before, and they did not do it in other countries, but they had to do it in India because not so many people had or believed in credit cards. Now it's a bit more, but when they launched, it was more about cash on delivery. I think they still have the system. So a business needs to be able to adapt to different situations and different markets and different trends. A brand needs to stay consistent. What you stand for, what you believe in, what are the core, the value proposition of your brand, what's your positioning, that doesn't change and that should not change so much. It needs to be more consistent. For example, IKEA still stands for simple furniture, affordable, functional, decent enough design, lasts reasonably, but more importantly, it's quick, easy, simple, functional, and it looks okay in your house, right? So that is what IKEA stands for. Amazon, for example, is a very good customer experience. You can buy like a zillion stuff on Amazon. It has amazing customer experience in the sense that returns are so easy, buying is so easy. They deliver home, you just return, just click return, doesn't matter why. So all of these core brand concepts don't change, but the business operations and model can change. So that is the difference between a brand and a business. So there you go. Those were the key differences between a business and a brand. And you see how they kind of work together? Like they seem like contradictory, but they work together to make the whole experience and the whole company a success. Hope this video helped you. Stay tuned for more videos on branding, especially for small businesses. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe. Hit that button if you want to get more videos on branding, marketing, and digital marketing for small businesses.